What is up YouTube, and welcome to this Euphoria episode 5 video. This might be one of the strongest episodes of the season, and it really did showcase Zendaya's range and absolutely superb acting. I think it was possibly the best because we did have such an emotive topic, and it was the explosive, almost culmination of what we have had brewing with Rue's actual story. We had a powerful code open with Rue having some kind of intervention, as we deal with last week, where Elliot outed Rue to Jules for having been doing drugs, like the little snake he is. If he didn't want to bang Jules and didn't kiss her and get very close, then I think he might have been doing the right thing, but here he's just doing this so he can get Rue out of Jules' life as Rue goes on a nuclear meltdown and is confronted about her drug use and the suitcase. Of course, we know she had around $50,000 worth of drugs in that suitcase, which she agreed to sell using smart kids, which I don't think we've even seen her try. She's just been using and getting high on her own supply. Now, her mum won't tell her where these things are, which causes her major problems. It turns out that she did flush them down the toilet, and that is huge, as I would not want to owe a drug dealer $50,000. I don't think I even got 50p at the moment. But of course, well, she says to Jules that she is dead to her. We have some real kind of powerful stuff here where she says that, or at least acts like the lashing out addict. I've experienced this in my life with people who do lash out at you and don't say what they mean. They just want to be spiteful there. Now with this, we finally have some confrontation after Jules left her at the lowest point in her life and she still hasn't recovered. I did find it weird in episode 1 of season 2 where we only really got them back together. There was no kind of like, hey, you know when you left me? Yeah, I went down a spiral, you know. But it is a big one, and it is explosive and very, very uncomfortable, which everyone in this scene did a great job. She's right that just like Cassie, Jules does love just being loved. She's not with Rue for that. She's just here for being loved. Now, her mum is determined to take her to rehab and tricks her as she explains that she had relapsed right away after rehab and gets out of the car at a busy junction, the first of which of this episode of 2. I've been kind of down on this story. It's not been as entertaining or kind of like, whoa, what the hell is going to happen when this comes out, like with Maddie and Cassie and Nate. But this was emotional, mainly, like I said, due to Zendaya's acting, and her sister, played by Storm Reed, really delivers a more than convincing role here. And of course, her mother did a great job as well. Now, of course, she gets out of the car and arrives at Lexi's, and, well, it goes downhill from here. She hides in the bathroom, and, well, she tries to look for some drugs or anything to take the edge off as she's going through withdrawal, and Lexi's is the last port of call as her mother catches up with her. Now, I found it really funny that Cassie was, like, really pleased with herself when she says, you know, just take it one day at a time. But we get the addict lash out moment again as she outs her for having sex with Nate Jacobs in the middle of kind of Cassie's home where everyone is. They're saying some big things here in the intervention, and the home truths are coming out in ways I did not expect. Maddie is absolutely furious. I have watched the promo for next week. I will discuss that at the end. I will give you a quick warning before I go into that. But here it was really, really powerful seeing this all absolutely explode, and Rue's effects doesn't just have an effect on her or her family, it has effects on all of her friends. And of course, Maddie is, like I said, furious. Now, Cassie instantly tries to discredit her, but the damage is done, to quote, of course, the great JT. But she heads to Fezco's in a last-ditch attempt to get some drugs, no doubt to try and alleviate the problem that not only her mum flushed 50k's worth of drugs down the toilet, and even Fez throws her out. This is where she has really, really hit rock bottom here. The guy who absolutely simps for her and is absolutely in love with her tells her to go and kick rocks. He's had enough. Everyone has had enough of her as she escapes and even tries to try and steal some stuff from somebody's home, which is the kind of like, that's it. She gets to rock bottom, but she gets even worse here as her mother and sister are trying to look for her, and she's stopped by the police, and this leads to her running away, and she has to not only run away from everyone trying to catch her, but she's run away from her addiction and the truth as she heads on another junction again, seeing the damage that all of this is causing. Now she comes clean to Laurie, her drug dealer. She delivers like 2K's worth of stuff, but this dealer is unique and very different to what we've seen before. And, well, yes, she said that, or insinuated that she should have come to her earlier to deal with the withdrawal, and she only gave her the money as she was sober, which was a complete and utter lie. She's now pretty much under the control of Laurie here, as of course she says that, or insinuates that she can use her body because she's a woman. She may be going through withdrawal, not have any money, but at least she has something somebody wants, which is really, really harrowing to watch this happen in real time, as it does happen in real life. Now, she starts to give her some morphine to take the edge off of her whole, withdrawal, and locks her in a room with a load of other people. It's not good. It seems that she's going to be sold into, sex trafficking and things like that, as that's really the only way she'll be able to get the 50k, because, as she said, doesn't look like someone who can come up with 50k. Now, she sees her flashbacks of her early life and her dad, and it's a real emotional scene. As, like I said, she wakes up in the drug den all locked in. However, she does escape, which is good for her, but she's still going to come up, or have to come, well, it's like 48k now. She's going to have to come up with by hook or by crook. And it does seem like this is possibly going to be the most, or at least the real flashpoint, the real point of no return for her, as Zendaya has said that this season is the absolute most harrowing they've done. Now, next week is going to focus on the fallout of Cassie, Nate, and Maddie, as she says she literally wants to murder Cassie. And when she's asked how she's going to deal with Nate, she says that she's got a few ideas, as she puts down a gun and the disc that she stole from Nate's dad's house, which would expose all of his dirty dealings. He may have come out, but his past is still there, ready to haunt him. But that is it for this video. Let me know what you think down below. I really enjoyed this episode. It was a good one. It's been a great season. It may be A24 Skins or A24 Riverdale, but I'm having a great time watching it. If you enjoyed the video, please do drop a like down below. If you want more from us, please do subscribe with notifications on, and I'll see you soon, and goodbye.